Hey everyone, welcome back to John's Watch. This video is presented by EA Game Changers, which just means that EA gave me a review code for this game. Today I'm taking a look at EA Sports PGA Tour. This game was released on April 6, 2023. Its regular price is 90 Canadian or your regional equivalent, and it's developed by Electronic Arts Tiburon and published by Electronic Arts. So this is a golf game. This is an EA golf game. I don't think I've ever played a golf game before. I've watched a little bit of golf. I've been to a golf game in person, so I'm aware of some of the people in this game and some of the courses in the game. I've played about 45 minutes. I made my character. You can see that's me right there. I started my career, which so far was just playing a couple of holes on a couple of courses and trying to do well, pretty much. First things first. This is a weird port. I guess it's coming from a console, but the menus feel horrendous. So up at the top, we can, let's try and go to settings. We'll press right bumper all the way over to settings. Very, very laggy to get to each setting, to get to each menu. Like, what's taking so long to switch between here? Like, you can see at the top when it switches there. It just takes forever to load the settings. Gameplay, I like that you can like change your gameplay style. I've got it on Pro, which is like a balanced setting, I guess. You can change it you can customize difficulty, I guess, or like simulation really well. That's good. The audio menu's really weird. Like, you've got all of these sliders, and I like opened this up. I was like, did they not do like a master volume slider? I've got to do all of these individually, and then master volume's just tucked right down at the very bottom. For the most part, in like audio settings, you've got master volume at the top, and you can tweak everything else after that. Weird. Visual settings, even worse. You've got all these weird, like, meaningless settings. Like, none of these should be in visual settings. These should be in gameplay, I feel like. Swing feedback. That should be a gameplay thing. But you've got like all of these, like 10 different options that really have nothing to do with visuals. And then you get like visual presets down here and your display type and stuff. By default, it was set on 30 FPS. And you have to go through like making your character before you even get to this main menu. So just had to deal with it being 30 FPS for a long time. And then right down at the bottom, you get all your actual settings. But just so weird that these are tucked away underneath the other like completely meaningless settings. Some interesting ones. Crowd quality. I don't know. They look horrible on the crowd looks horrible on any quality setting. I've put it on medium for performance. You'll see what I mean. Motion blur obviously disabled. Advanced hair. Practically mandatory to have this on unless you want all your characters looking like PS1 models. I guess we could turn it off, and we'll see how bad it looks. It's an EA game, so of course there's a store with, look in the top right, 4 different currency things. Just horrible crap. Luckily, like, you can ignore all this stuff, I'm sure. It's just, it always feels shit to pay $90, almost $100 Canadian, and then just be asked to, spend money on these points and shit. Just god awful. So yeah, like I said, there's the career mode, which is, sort of a career mode. It's not much for a career compared to like FIFA. Like, FIFA gives you like a proper story mode and stuff. Career, you just make your character, and there's not a lot of presets for your characters for making your golfer at all. And you just kind of play a couple of holes here and there. Competitive, you can play online. Challenges, I don't know, I think that's pretty self-explanatory for golf. Just casual online play. Tournaments, just friends. But for this video, we're going to do a quick play, which is where, I don't know what most of these mean. Stroke play sounds good. We're just playing against 3 other golfers, I guess. Sounds good. Where this game shines is in the variety of courses, though. And sort of the roster of golfers. There's like a decent amount of golfers, but there are 30 very famous courses in this game, and 30 courses is pretty great because each course is 18 holes. Like, that's a lot of effort they've had to put into the maps. but presumably some courses here you might have heard of if you like are even remotely familiar with golf, like Pebble Beach, I think is quite famous. St Andrews in Scotland. This is the golf course I've been to. So it's actually really cool playing on this because I've walked around it and followed golfers around it and watched a golf game here. We're not going to play that one though. I thought when I started playing this that this is the one I was going to play for the video because I like playing something that's like meaningful to me. Scottsdale in Arizona, very cool. But the one we're going to do, and I'm going to leave all these in at the bottom, so if you see something that's meaningful to you, you can be like, wow, look at that. But the one I'm going to do is Banff Springs in Banff, Alberta, Canada. Didn't think this was a very famous golf course, but apparently it's well known enough to be in this game, which is really cool. Banff is a like an hour, 10-minute drive away from me, and an hour and a half maybe away from where I am right now. It's just a lovely destination to go to in winter and summer. So really cool that it's represented in this game. And then these are the last few, but I will definitely be playing the Banff Springs course. We're probably not even going to finish the first 9, but we'll just do the first 9. I am not good enough. My character is not good enough to play on here. He has like no stats because I've only done like 2 games in his career. So I'm just gonna pick somebody I know of. I know Dustin Johnson. I know of Jordan Spieth. I recognize Brooks Koepka's name for some reason. Jason Day, Ian Poulter. Let's pick somebody with a beard. Jason Day. That sounds good. Let's just start the game.
EA Sports coverage of the world of golf brings us north of the border to the Canadian province of Alberta and Banff Springs Golf Course just west of Calgary.
Hey, Calgary, that's me.
Joined up in the booth by Frank Nobilo. Frank, there's nothing like it early tee time to get the adrenaline flowing.
And also, too, the golf course is perfect. Less divots. You don't see any sort of marks on the green. Greens are going to putt beautifully. There's also, the course is a little bit softer. It's got the moisture from overnight. And also, when they've cut the golf course, there's that really green, fresh smell, like it's brand new.
So 9 holes is the choice here today. Let's get things started here at the par 4 first.
So the commentary is really good, actually. I really like the commentary. Very, very immersive. Sounds very, very natural. You might have seen a fair few stutters as we're getting into it. There's like really low draw distance, so vegetation and stuff really pops in, especially on like those flyovers that you saw at the beginning. Whenever it brought up like the PGA overlays or whatever, a lot of lag with there. Once you're in game, like right now, performance is great for me. But yeah, like actually getting to it, a bit iffy. So I guess you can customize your level of simulation. Like I said, I've got it on kind of like the default difficulty. And for the most part, like I don't do very much. I don't do much to tweak how I play the game, I guess. You can aim with the D-pad. You can aim like left to right, kind of adjust for the wind. If you do the right stick, you change where you're gonna hit the golf ball. Again, I'll just leave that like in the middle. And then if you press Y, you get a really cool little flyover. It shows you about where you're going to land. That looks pretty good. I probably want to be like a little bit more over like that. And also adjust for the wind. So like probably like there. It looks kind of off in this, but it should be fine. So we press A to ready. You can see on the swing arc here, I guess like the black line kind of towards the tail end of it is the sweet spot. That's where you want to aim for. So in order to swing, you pull down on the left stick. He brings his club all the way back. And then what you want to do is, so you pull down on it, and then you want to push up on the left stick once it gets to the right point. So let's see how well I can do this. Not great. Slightly underdid it, but it should be okay. Still pretty decent.
And that is safely in the left side of the fairway. A fine start here to his round.
Thank you. Yeah, you can see, I don't know, maybe you could see the draw distance there.
Iona Steven.
He's in a good spot. 126 yards left to the flag. Pin in the middle, so it's a green light.
Interesting. I mean, we could get it very close. I think we're going to go about here and try and undershoot it a bit. So let's get ready. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see the draw. You can sort of see the draw distance on the video, I think. But like, I don't know, like what, like 20 feet ahead of him. The grass just cuts off and it just goes flat. Okay, there we go. We undershot that a little bit. Oh no, we probably undershot it too much. Don't go in the bunker. Did not go. Wow, that was a weird bounce.
Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection or execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone.
Thank you. So this is for birdie. It's not looking great. Gonna adjust for the wind a little bit. I think we're just gonna try and get it as close as possible. You can absolutely like change your clubs and stuff. I just go with exactly what it tells me to. I'm not gonna mess around with that. Just adjust for the wind a little bit more. Do you want to do this? I think we want to do this like about where it says. Oh, that's gonna go too far.
Just a little over ambitious on
Not
that
great.
chip shot. Just sailed past.
We might be able to put it in for par, maybe.
This is a 22-foot putt.
Ooh, kind of rough. It shows the putting line. So I think if we aim about there, we're going to get very close. So again, we'll pull back forward. Oh, it's like just wide. Darn, very, very close. Some of the characters just look really bad. I did put it on. Or is it? I put like the hair stuff off, the advanced hair off. So we're gonna enable it now. I guess like the first time I played, like I had it off, and like the hair just looked like, I don't know, like a block of wool on people's faces. So maybe that was just a bug because it seemed okay just now when I had it off. I hope we can get a good shot of the crowd because yeah, the crowd looks terrible sometimes. There we go. Yeah, like his beard looks a little bit nicer now with the advanced hair.
So Frank, a par 4 to open, and we backed it up with a relatively short par 3.
This green's surrounded by 6 bunkers. Green also shaped slightly towards the player's left, so just keep your eye on that depending on where the flag is.
Yeah, the commentary is really cool. Like, they've recorded like bits for like every hole of every course. Really impressive. Okay, where is that going to land? Oh. I mean, that could be good if we go like slightly under. Do a bit over and like ever so slightly under. That was ever so slightly under. I probably needed more under than that. Oh, that's pretty good. It's a bit of a tough putt.
Just left of the hole, and now a putt for birdie coming up.
He seems happy about that one.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And he may need to give this just a little extra. He's going straight up the hill, but otherwise fairly painless.
Fairly painless, that's what we want. Yeah, the slope's not too bad. Oh. Oh, no.
Ace was spot on. That ball somehow just decided not to go down.
Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. That could have been a really nice birdie there. There we go. Par.
Cleaned up without any issue, and that is a par.
It could have been even.
Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here at par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly, and you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot.
Okay, so we really got to wham this all the way down there. It's a long one. Let's see where it's estimating we're landing here. I mean, yeah, that looks pretty much perfect. We'll adjust for the wind slightly. But yeah, I think we're just gonna like really, really power this. Curving a little bit more than I wanted. That's not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, Frank, what's the right play here on this second shot to the par 5 third?
Well, even though that hole is a dogleg to the right, the best way to bring it in actually is to use the general contours, which is right to left, and the shape of the shot in that direction as well. So it might look like a little cut, but it actually suits a little draw.
I don't know what he's talking about with cut and draw, but I'm doing this. And maybe slightly under again. That's potentially not bad. What's the wind doing? Okay, it's moving it a little bit. Oh, only just on the green. What's this a par of? It's not 5, is it?
Be pleased with that one. On and 2, par 5. Didn't fly it.
5.
Didn't have to. Got everything he needed out of that shot. Length will be an issue here, no question, as will the speed down that slope. But this is for an eagle.
I think the eagle's very, very unlikely. But if we can get it really close for a nice birdie, that would be good. That might be slightly not hard enough.
Well, this one is looking good. Could it be?
Oh,
Good lag putt there, Frank.
Yeah, the whole idea of a lag putt, sometimes you build a 3 or a 4 foot circle and just try and get it inside that. Good putt.
that was a really good putt, actually. Like, it's got to be said. Okay, here we go. Birdie, we're even.
Nice, easy birdie there. And a chance to start over. Back to even par.
Yeah, not bad. The eagle would have been
It's always
nice.
fun to play a par 3 just like this one.
Yeah, the ball's going to go further. Obviously, you get to tee it up. Should be able to carry that water. That's really the only problem for the player in front. But once again, another good chance for a birdie.
192-yard par 3 fourth.
Good chance for a birdie, he says. Okay, where's this landing? Okay. Let's just try and get it safely on the green. I think I've probably been overdoing it for the wind. So maybe about there. And maybe just like slightly under again. Yeah, that is just slightly under. Did not account enough for the wind there. Oh,
You can see the body language trying to get that one to stay, but it'll make its way into that rough left of the green.
that's kind of rough. Jeez. Again, I think if we just get it kind of close. Oh, what am I doing? Getting a bogey on this
Away
one.
from him, so now bogey very much in play.
From that close, you'd expect that to be much better.
Yeah, I agree. We might be able to get this in a par. Let's see. Oh, it's good. Oh, what?
That looked like it was in.
Oh, that's so unlucky. I'm guessing you can disable like the putting line and stuff. I very much like having it on. I'm sure you can disable like the the slopes display and stuff on the green.
Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just being a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
Yeah, I mean that looks pretty good. Let's try and like line it up a bit more in the middle of it, just so we don't go into those bunkers over there. That should be pretty good. Maybe a little bit over just to account for the wind. That's looking very good actually. Just don't roll into the rough. No, that is
Beautiful tempo to that swing.
That is
This
good.
gonna wind up squarely in the fairway.
very good. Yo, you can see the crowd there. The crowd looks so bad.
He'll stare down this second to the par 4.
That's kind of a gross one. Let's really try and account for the wind. And maybe a little bit under again. Oh god. Please. No! God damn it.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker.
Jeez.
Third shot coming up now from the bunker.
Okay, here we go. Oh, that's too much. Not terrible. Not terrible.
That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by. 17-foot putt here.
Okay, it's reading the putt. Not bad. Yeah, I'm sure you can disable that line, but I very much like having it on. That's looking very good. Oh, come on.
Come up that short.
What?
Why is it that putts online come up short?
Oh, bogey. That sucks.
No problem with that one.
That's two that have been like 1 inch away from the hole. Okay, we're 2 over. Not good.
Now at the 6th hole here at Banff Springs, it's a short par 4, only 373 yards, and the short par 4, Frank, all the rage in golf course architecture these days.
A lot more strategy involved when you've got a hole that you can nearly reach with a tee shot. It's how far back do you leave it, what sort of distance you want that second shot. All those things to compute. Straightforward, a little bit uphill. Basically, it's what you want for your second shot.
I do think that the commentary is probably the highlight of this game. Like I said, it really does feel like supernatural, and it's really cool. Like hearing their insight on every hole. Let's have a look at why. Yeah, that's pretty good. The wind's also probably going to carry us a little bit, so we'll go there. If you press select, you get a really cool overhead view of the golf course. So you can see like the flag in the top right, and me in the very bottom left. Just quite handy. Let's do this. Or it's going to get carried by the wind a bit. That is pretty much where I was aiming for. That is nice.
That's a good tee shot right there.
Thank you.
Little extra run out. That's where you want to be.
Thanks. Okay. He says okay.
This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close.
Okay. Looks like the wind's behind us, so definitely undershoot. I'm really bad at figuring out the wind, I think. Not going well.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. That's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
It can't be the wrong club. I'm going with whatever the game gives me. Just like undershot it way too much, I think. That's nice. Just we should have been a lot closer, I think, on the second shot. Okay, 11-foot level should be pretty easy to get in there. There we go. Par, not bad.
That's in for a par. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. Do you know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
Well, I was going to stop, but there's only 3 holes left, and like honestly, I find like this part of the game pretty fun. So I'm just going to finish off the game. Feel free to skip ahead if you don't want to watch the next 3 holes, but I'm going to play them because it's decently fun. Got our account for the wind. Let's just aim for about there. That might go into the tree. We don't want to do that. Let's go for about that. Whoa, bam. Yeah, that's pretty good.
No issues here. That is into the fairway.
All right. There we go. It's looking... Oh, it's curving a little bit to the left. Hopefully the wind kind of grabs it. No!
2 solid shots, gets close to this par 5 green and 2. I know the ball's in the rough, but it's not too bad. With a good short game, perhaps birdie.
Yeah, I think we can get a birdie. I don't think we're getting it in on this. I mean, if we just try and get it, like, pretty decent. Yeah, that's a good chance for a birdie, like he said. He's like, it's okay.
12 feet still to go.
Yeah, it looks like not too bad a line either. Like, not too much of a slope. I know the long putts have kind of failed me. That's looking good. Oh my god!
Short, just another couple of turns, Frank.
God damn it. Oh, we could have been only +1. Painful.
So that'll be a par. No damage done, and so stay at +2.
Oh, that's rough.
Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Well, that's an interesting one, yeah. Let's give it that. And undershoot it, but only very slightly. Yeah, it's not bad. Not going in the water. It's on the green. Bit of a weird bounce.
All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up.
Well, that's an very outside chance for birdie.
Possibility here. This is a long look for birdie.
Jeez. 67 feet for birdie. I think we just get it very close and that's it. We'll go for it, obviously. We've given it like the exact amount of power. Oh! That was so close.
Heck of an effort right there. That would have been the birdie of the day by far. Well done.
That was so close. Jeez, way better than I was expecting. And he said it would have been the birdie of the day, if you can believe that.
Okay, that's finished off for a par.
Okay, one more. I think we got a par 5.
Variety here on the front side. Frank coming off that short par 3/8. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5, an interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one, not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one, you have to be a little bit careful, though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
I don't want to hear that. I quite like the par 5s, because I get like decently close and I have a better chance at a birdie. But he said this one's a spooky one. This should be a pretty easy first shot. Maybe underdone it a little bit, but it should land decently there. On fairway.
And that will do just fine.
Yeah, that's pretty good. A bunker in front of me, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, how's that looking? You know, pretty good. If we underdo that, that is pretty close. The wind is coming towards us, so maybe like not underdo it too much. Yeah, that's probably good. If it just bounces right a little bit, that's pretty good. I think we're looking at a possible birdie here.
But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
It's a possible eagle. I mean, it's a bit of a tricky slope. We go for the eagle, but I think we're pretty much gonna get a birdie here. There might not be enough power. That's okay, it's just missed it.
Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line.
Yeah, couldn't quite find the line, but we've got a birdie to finish off the 9th hole.
Okay, he's able to get the shot back here. It is a good birdie, moving him to +1 for his round. Well, Frank, I really enjoyed this. The golf was outstanding, but the scenery was breathtaking.
Canada's just a beautiful part of the world to be enjoyed, to be savoured, really. And on a golf course, unlike a lot of the ones we see today, not overly long, very playable, enjoyable, and a golf course certainly that's going to give you a good score if you play well.
Yeah, I think 1 over is pretty good, actually. Considering I've only played, like, I don't know, it was like 45 minutes or something before I did this. Well, there you go. That was a look at EA Sports PGA Tour. The gameplay's pretty fun. Like, it's not overly involved, at least the way I play it. Like I said, there's a lot of, like, various, like, simulation settings you can enable or disable to kind of tweak it to how you want to play it, which I think is really cool. You know, the gameplay in here was pretty much all I wanted to do. I wanted to show me, like, you know, where the wind's going to take me and, like, the putting line on the green and stuff like that. I thought it was decently fun. It's very relaxing. Not too much involvement, I guess. But it's definitely let down by pretty much everything else. The graphics really aren't great. Like in some of like those mountain shots, like you can see the trees in the distance on the mountains on the Banff course just looks like green sticks. That didn't look anything like trees. The crowd, I know there's a lot of people in the crowd, but they look dreadful. the laggy menus where it takes forever to load up all these menus is dreadful. The price is too much. Just sucks that the new AAA price is here now and everybody's going for it. And then just to fill it with a store and microtransactions and stuff right away just definitely leaves a bad taste in my mouth for sure. I think you can very easily avoid having to ever spend money in this. I just don't like seeing it in there. I will also say there's like an ad like just on the main menu here, like top right now. There's an ad there. There was like another ad when I started up the game. Just you know, shameless what they try and squeeze into games nowadays. So yeah, gameplay wise, I think it's pretty fun. I enjoyed this more than I was expecting to actually. Everything else, a bit of a letdown, honestly. There you go, that was a look at EA Sports PGA Tour. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!